Good morning. It's a cloudy day today. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. We were hoping to paint today because yesterday was such a gorgeous day that we thought we could start painting the garage. And unfortunately, with all the clouds and the possibility of rain tomorrow morning, we felt maybe we shouldn't paint today. And so we're just going to finish up the doors and everything, which means we'll probably have to tape around the windows and whatnot, which we were going to try to avoid by painting it before windows got put in. But it looks like, oh, speaking of the sun being behind clouds, there it is now. It's actually looking like it's turning blue.
Yeah, it was high fog.
High fog?
Yeah, I guess.
Lee's guess is high fog. Mine says clouds. But anyway, it's supposed to rain tomorrow. Lee's actually, his weather report says no rain. Mine says 47% chance of thunderstorms starting at 7 a.m. We never know who's right, whose app is right. And I'm always wondering, why are the apps so incorrect? I mean, supposedly these are people who know science and who know weather. So you would think if they are professional that they could all get pretty close to one another, but it is so hard to judge what's going to happen out here. Lee's weather report and my weather report are always different. Anyhow, that's just a gripe. We don't need to be griping this beautiful morning. We've been working already. I've already done the rocks. Lee brought them to me and I spread them out in the garage and it looks really nice. Lee cut off that piece that was up there, I'll show you, that was our little gap piece. It looks fine and it'll be perfect when we paint. And so that's kind of where we're at this morning. We're going to start putting doors and windows in and see what happens. Thanks for watching.
Hello. I'm sitting here on the what's left of the pile of trim pieces for the garage. Looking for the pieces for the front carriage doors to put the front windows in. Got to sort through all of them and find the exact pieces. Some of them are labeled, some are not. Makes it kind of difficult sometimes. Sometimes things look like they're the same, but then when you get them together, they're not. Hello again. Here we are with more parts. So part of our struggle when we laid all this stuff out is we didn't necessarily lay it out in order. We laid it out in type, but not in order. So we do a lot of unburying and digging our parts out and restacking, and every day we have to recover them with the tarps. So that's part of what takes longer to do this job.
What are we after right now?
We're after the carriage doors for the garage.
Which happen to be
on the bottom.
On the bottom.
Thank you.
You want assistance?
Huh?
You want assistance?
Sure, I'll take assistance.
Okay, Lee is going to be starting with putting the framework around the windows on the garage door. And he needs to lay them on top but screw them from the bottom. So that's going to be fun.
Yay, fun. Okay, so now we're going to install the window and the door. Before we do that, we have to lay down a bead of caulking. According to the paperwork, if you don't do that, void your warranty. Now we're going to secure it with 8 screws. Being careful not to over tighten it so we don't break the window. Now when we put the door stiffening braces on, 2 of these screws will have to be removed because the brace goes right over the top of that. I'll show you that later.
Okay, Lee took a pause on the garage doors because the only thing to do is to hang them now to do the windows. This is the last of 3 windows that Lee is now installing. And so he's put caulking around the window frame, edge, whatever, and now he's going to put the window in and put 4 screws in, and we'll move to the next step. Making sure it was level before he drills it in permanently. And also, we opted to put the screens up top instead of on the bottom, so instead of it opening like this, it's going to open like that. We felt that that was better because of the placement. Door. He's working on the trim, finishing up this door. This is considered the man door because man goes through it.
'Cause I'm a man.
There you go. That looks good. Looks real good. Okay, there's only what I can see 2 things yet to do. Well, we have to put the hardware on the doors, so I guess 3 things. But putting in these 2 double doors is one thing, and then up above we have those air vents on both the back and the front of the garage that we have to install. And so right now Lee's working on these double doors. But you see, very much in the very beginning of this project, I think I mentioned to you that they wanted us to put an 1.5 inch, not an 1.5 inch, I'm sorry, a 2x4 border around the whole thing. And that was supposed to be like where we started. They didn't provide us with those, and we didn't read the fine print that said we had to go get them. So everything about this project has been just slightly off, and Lee's had to make slight adjustments to get things to fit without that 1.5 inch 2x4. And so the same is true with these front doors. He already adjusted the back door and you saw how good it looked. He needs to adjust these front doors now. And so he's going to take a little bit off the bottom, equally off of each one, and see if that fits really nicely before doing anything else. If it doesn't quite fit, then he's going to have to make a couple of more adjustments, taking off the boards in the back that stiffen it, called a stiffener, and then shorten them so we can shorten some more. But next time we build another garage, which we've got 2 more to do, we will definitely go to the store and buy those 2x4s that they suggest we use. And it's supposed to rain somewhere through the night or early morning tomorrow, according to my weather report. So we're doing as much as we can to try to get the garage protected so we don't get water in the inside, and we can see where we need to trench or where we need to make adjustments so that the inside of the garage does not get wet. Of course, we don't have any roofing on yet, and we did buy this material that can go on for a temporary basis. It's super thick. It's what they make billboards out of, and so it holds up really good, and we're going to cover the roof with that until we can get the roofing material. But we have 9 other buildings to build, and I think it's 9. No, it's 10 more. buildings that we still have to build. 2 more garages, 4 10 by 12 sheds that have fancy windows up top, and 4 10 by 12 sheds that have less windows. And so as we build those around the property, we will be putting this billboard material over the top, and then we'll come back and we will put roofing on all of the buildings we're building at the same time. That's our thought. Not sure if that's going to work out, but temporarily I think we're just going to let it rain on the roof, because FedEx is delayed in delivering the fabric not fabric, but the plastic sheeting that we needed for the roof. We do have other plastic sheeting, but that sheeting that we purchased is for our garden and doing the high tower for our garden. And so we kind of don't really want to use that. And so it's just a little water if it does leak at all. So anyhow, that's kind of where we're at right now. Don't have tons of room on the battery, so I'll just keep showing you what we're doing until we run out of battery or run out of daylight. Thanks for watching. And like I said, we'll do as much as we can. God bless you.
So we're putting the hinges. We're putting the hinges on the doors. Right behind the hinges is what they call a door stiffener. It's a big piece of hardwood, and so there's 3 lag bolts that hold each one of these to the door. We're drilling a 1/8 inch pilot hole first, and then screwing in the lag bolts.
Finishing up door number 2, and the battery on the drill died. So now Lee's doing it by hand.
Caveman style.